Okay, now we're going to go over how you select the amount of railing posts. So by railing posts, I'm referring just to, a railing post. Not to be confused with, these are structural posts, but, our posts for our rails. So you just click wherever you want a railing post. So if you know exactly how many railing posts you are going to have, you just kind of click along where they'll be. And it's going to calculate, it's going to add all these up. I have your total number of railing posts here. And also it will tell you the length between your posts on each side. Now this is also going to account for the width of the posts. And so it will be pretty accurate estimation of the length between posts. But since people put their posts in different spots, like some people notch their posts, some people don't, it won't, depending on how you do your posts, this might be an exact number or it might be off by a couple inches. So the question is what happens when we have stairs or an opening in our railing, right? So if you have stairs, you're always going to have an opening in your railing, right? Like this will have an opening in our railing right here. So wherever you have your opening, if you have an opening on this side, and you're going to click here. If you have an opening here, you're going to click here. If you have an opening here, you're going to click here. So for the sake of this diet, we're going to have an opening on this side. So we'll click stairs along this side. And what that's going to do, it's going to assume that in between two posts, we're going to have a gap in our railing that's 36 inches wide, right? You can see, we'll see why this number, how it changes if I click this and don't click this. Now, that's going to be the default measurement. Now, let's say you want an opening that's wider than 36 inches. All you have to do is go over here and put in however much opening that you want. Let's say if it's 6 feet, that will be 6 feet. You can see how that number changed once you put 6 feet in there. And what that means is that we're going to have 6 feet in between one of these posts, and then you'll have 2 feet in between the other two. So yeah, if you had an opening right in the middle right here, you'd have 2 feet. You have a 2-foot railing on either side. But if you had a 6-foot opening here, you'd have a 2-foot opening, 2.5-foot opening here, and 2.5-foot opening here. Maybe you want to get rid of that, and now you have 5.4 feet in between each post. So that's going to be 36. Like I said, it's going to be 36 inches default unless you enter that in here. Also, when you go down here, whichever you put your stairway width in here, that will automatically calculate that's your stair width up here. So you can either add it here or wait to add it into the stairs. But I added this here in case you have an opening in the railing and they're not stairs, right?